Drawing doesn't really need your talent. It doesn't really need your talent. It requires regular practice. You can understand that when we enter into the primary or KG classes, we were unable to read and write. We were unable to write A, B, C, D. We didn't have the talent, but we were taught. And by regular practice, we became familiar with the alphabet, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's come right here.
Fine art, which is referred to as an art form practiced mainly for its aesthetic value and its beauty rather than its functional value, is rooted in drawing and design-based work such as painting, paint making, and sculptures. No matter how we view fine art in the society, it will always be part of us as a means of documenting our visual intelligence and imagination. Getting the best artist and fine art instructor is never a far fetch from each city in Nigeria. We are however located one of the best in the world of fine art in the city of Sango-Ota. Meet Professor Lukman Okpeyemi Showumi, CEO of Asiatech Academy for Innovative Arts and Technology, situated at number 8 Arinko Road off Plaza Road, Plaza Bus Stop, Sango-Ota, Ogun State. With vast experience in fine arts, he has also traveled across the globe to see more of art. He has also been able to maintain relationship with dignitaries in the Fuji industry, the likes of Wasiu Alabi Pasuma, Adewale Ayuba, and the likes, who has also sponsored some of his students. He will be telling us about his institute and how he has been able to go far in it. It is, however, never too late to get your well-designed portrait, artwork, or register with Asiatech today to bring out the artist in you. Flip TV, however, spoke with some of the students, and this is what they have to say about the institute.
Have passion for drawing. I just have passion for drawing, but then I never knew drawing is an expanded subject. But I went into drawing with my own personal interest, though then my parents weren't in support of it. I was forced into another job for learning, which they later discovered that I never had any interest for that. And I forced myself, and they later supported me to go for art. That's when I entered into Landscape Art Academy at Oshodi, owned by my one and only master, Chief Lanre Abiodun, popularly known as Landscape Abi. That's when it started. My upbringing was rough, not very well or professionalized in the channel, but as a very small child who has no option than to follow the parents' instruction. And I started like that during my training years, because I spent a lot of years through when I was learning. And the upbringing was not easy. I can remember one funny situation then when I used to eat bread and tin tomato because things were very rough. When I used to eat fufu with beans because things were very rough then. But to God be the glory. We all know that at times, or most of the times, a bad beginning always results to good ending, and to God be the glory now. That's just about that. that.
When did you finish
From the, yeah, I spent 5 years for the training. After I graduated, my parents forced me back there. I spent another 6 years, totaling 11 years. Yeah, 11 years. And me that I learned this art for 11 years, I am able, with the support and grace of God, I am able to train people under 4 months, 5 months, and they become a professional. I can contest it anywhere. I started working all alone under some uncompleted buildings, started doing it because anyhow, things, businesses that was started anyhow become big these days. Not until I want to put this in place so that this thing will be ready. No, you have to start anyhow. I started anyhow. Working inside the room, working in some uncompleted buildings, and putting things together. I can remember I have a picture here, somewhere here, which I did for General Coordinator in 1982. In 1982. And before then, I've been working. I've been doing things for people. But I decided, before I went for learning, for the training, I have been drawing, delivering job to people. But I believe there are some other hidden things which a small boy at that time couldn't have. That's why I insisted that I want to go for the training. And since then, after my learning, after the period, after I graduated from Lansco Art Gallery, I've been doing so many things, especially creativity. Because if you want to be a professional artist, you have to be extremely and extraordinarily creative. Because any artist that do his work the way other people does their own will not be exemptional. You have to put things together, make your own up to be different from others. That is what can distinguish you from among the clumsy numbers of artists in the town now. Yeah, challenges. Being a CEO is not something you can just talk about like that. You know, many people you brought up, we also try to be backbiting you. People you brought up, some of them will like to bring you down for them to go up. When you don't put anybody down before getting up. And that is that. Delivering job to customers. At times you will have a very beautiful paint. This one is beautiful. People will be telling you, man, I like it. You can take it there and the man say, I don't like this. Do another one for me. Yeah. So your own justification will not be the justification of your clients. Despite the fact that no artist in the world, quote me anywhere, no artist in the world can achieve 100% resemblance. No. You can only achieve 90 to 97% resemblance. Because if an artist tells you that he will achieve 100% resemblance, what if we put that photograph inside the computer, scan it up and print? What would that be? So no artist can achieve 100%. But the ultimate resemblance you can have is 93 to 97%. And that is when you have transformed your own art into what we call hyperrealism. You know, hyper is something that is very, very high. Hyper. Every human being has tension in his or her body. But if it has become hypertension, it kills. Every artist has resemblance in his work or her work. But when it has become hyperrealism, that is ultimate. I will show you some things behind here. That is what we're doing. I started this academy in 2009. That's 11 years ago now. After a year, Wasiu Alabi Pasuma wanted to celebrate his 25 years on stage anniversary. And what he decided to do that time was to empower people. He consulted me as a friend. Can you train some people for me? Because before I become star, when I go to Paris, I see some boys, some children, looking at the guests, drawing them and giving it to them 5 naira, 10 naira. And he has decided that when he becomes somebody, he will have to work on such things. So can you train some people for me? I said, no problem. And how much is it? We negotiated. And he paid for 20 people. That's the one we named PASO. That PASO stands for Pasuma Art Scholarship Offer. He paid for 20 people. We went on radio, television, posters, all that. And people came. Pasuma has paid for their training. After that 3 months, the graduation came up at LTV8. On that graduation day, when Pasuma saw how everything went, on that particular day, he paid for another 25 people. When the video came out, MC Oluomo saw the video, watched it, called my number on that screen. I should come and see him. When I went there, he said he saw the video of Pasuma's scholarship. He is interested. He also paid for 20 people. On the graduation of MC Oluomo and Pasuma, we did the same day at Oshodi. We invited Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, Dr. Gani Adams. He was there. He saw what we were doing. On that very day, Ààrẹ Gani Adams paid for 40 people. We named that one Ogas, Otumba Gani Adams Art Scholarship. After that, Oba Fatai Akamo, Olu of Victory Kingdom, paid for 20 people. We named that Ofas, Oba Fatai Akamo Art Scholarship, as just like that. And among them all, Dr. Mutiu Badmos Art Scholarship, Mubas. We also had Tele Akobada Art Scholarship. We also have the Ballet of Allen Avenue, Bolaji Thomas Jaji, which we named Bot Jazz, Bolaji Thomas Jaji Art Scholarship. We have Kayode, the one we are doing now. After the second and third scholarship, Dr. Adewale Ayuba called me. He said he wanted to partake in this. He paid for 40 people. We named that ADAS, Adewale Ayuba Art Scholarship. And till this present time, Ayuba has sponsored 80 people. We have Ayuba graduation next week, Thursday now, April 8th, which he sponsored 60 people in commemoration of the Nigeria 60th independence. He paid for 60 people. We're having that very soon at one hall here. We also have Kayode Badru. I met Kayode Badru when I went abroad. I met him in Dubai. He also paid for 40 people. So that is how. I want you to remember one adage I have said here, that any artist that do his work the way other people does their own will not be exemptional. Those people that are coming in, though they are coming in because of Pasuma, but not all of them knows Pasuma. But when we are producing in the class there, we have people that come from Ikorodu, people that come from Ikotun Egbe, from Badagry, from Republic of Benin. We have them in the class there because they know that what they are coming here to learn is not common, and no one can tell me PM only must sound somehow be Gberaga. But not so, that's how it is. Otumba Gani Adams was invited to the graduation ceremony by Pasuma. When he saw what we are doing, he was interested. Things like that. The leverage also is part of it. But what you are producing, Lomara Yoruba says, Ninu Ikoko Dudu, look at the inner part of this place you came, and look at the people inside the classroom there. So wherever naked sugar is, ant will locate it, isn't it? That's just it. Let's just cut that one like that. We use mostly raw natural materials. Our portrait painting, because I am a portrait artist, our portrait paintings, the rich works, which you cannot tell me you have seen somewhere. And we have so many special material, which I will point to you when we get to the practical room. So with all that, you have put yourself in a level that it will be hard to contest, so to speak, hard to contest with. So that's it. How profitable art is. Me only elaborate because I'm a client of F1. But art, especially if you are creative, whatever you have created, a piece of art can be bought for 100 million naira or dollar. Not the material you use is so expensive like that, but the person that is buying it like that is buying the originality. Don't you know the importance of art? Artists gave us the opportunity to see the pictorial image of Jesus Christ, isn't it? There was no camera then. Artists gave us that opportunity. If your English teacher wants to teach you English, he will go on board, write E-N-G-L-I-S-H. Those letters, we haven't found it anywhere in the Bible or the Quran that the letter, the image was just coming from the sky and fell into the wilderness, and that followed it and says, this one will be called letter. Those letters were fabricated, created by artists. The then prophetic artist. First white and black art exhibition in Baltimore, Maryland, USA, 2019. And in 2003, the first youth art exhibition, I organized it, and so many other art competitions in May. And I can't mention, there are many of them, so many of them. When I was traveling abroad 2 years ago, last year, inside the plane, I was viewing, out there, I have got an image which I sketched down. I took out my sketch pad, I jotted down, I sketched down. When I got back to Nigeria, I put it into visual art, and I sold it a lot of money. During my sleep, things come, and I get up, sketch it down. So, relax. My mentor remains Almighty God. Though God will not ladder down to help somebody, but people like Alhaji Wasiu Alabi Pasuma, Dr. Adewale Ayuba, Alhaji Mutiu Badmos, Alhatik Travels, Kayode Badru, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò Gani Adams, MC Oluomo Oshodi, people like that. Because they believe that giving fishes cannot help the poor, but teaching them how to fish, that is why they prefer bringing their money here to empower people. And people, out of the over 2,000 people I have trained so far, many of them are working. Many of them are independent. Something surprising, this my phone. The credit on this phone is close to 30,000. Because many of them just call me, okay, I've put 5,000, I've put like that. So they are all working, they are doing well, and they are making me happy. And they are making their sponsors happy. So that is about the mentorship, Almighty God, and those who are sponsored one session or the other. George, Odeyemi, GOK, those are the people that makes Asatec what it is today. Jalili, Yeliab, and people like that, you know. Yeah, we have Pasuma Asatec Foundation. Pasuma Asatec Foundation page. The Instagram is Salux at Pasuma Asatec. That's what we operate.
Daramola Toyosi. I'm a student of Asia Tech. I listened to the jingle about the school, so I was advised to enroll for the program. Well, our boss has told us that we have to be unique in whatever we are doing. We have to stand out. We don't have to copy from whatever someone has done. So we have to make sure that we portray originality in whatever we are doing. For example, in portrait drawing now, one has to be very, very unique Well, my experience so far here has been very, very good. I've learned from our boss here. He has been a very wonderful person. He has um, he has impacted us positively. So, what makes this place um, different from other places is that the style our boss uses is very, very free with us, and one will understand much better. I would say much better than other places. The way he teaches us, he breaks it down into bits and pieces. So, and that's what makes this place unique from other places. I think the youths, generally, the youth should they shouldn't depend solely on white collar jobs because there's no white collar jobs presently. So, they should have handwork. Handwork is very, very important in this Nigeria of today because there is no job. You need to have something doing. You don't need to depend solely on academics alone. So
yeah, my name is Orekoya Abiola. I'm a BSc holder, a student of Olabisi Onabanjo. But during the Corona period, which is the COVID-19, I was just less busy, nothing to do, and even I've searched for work and all that without doing anything. So I don't know, it was on a Sunday. I did not go to church that day. So I was listening to 5G FM before I heard the program, and I heard about this program. So I had to just tell my mom about it. And that was the way I started. And to God be the glory. I've been a person that has passion for drawing right from primary school, because we did do so many things like biology drawing and all that. But I never knew I could do something like this. Not until I heard about the jingle. So, and when I started, a lot of things has changed. Because some things that I'm always scared of while drawing, I am able to do most of them now. Even presently, I think I'm going into painting presently. And by God's grace, I know I'll be good out there. And after this program, I know going out there is going to be very easy for me. Because with the things I've learned here, I know going out there will be very, very easy. And I'm going to employ other youths to find something doing. And for this artwork, it's something easy when it comes to, there's nothing hard when it comes to learning. All you just need is determination and follow the rules. When you follow the rules to learning, then everything will go smoothly for you.